Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, September 2, 2022. Minister of Education and Youth, Favour Williams, is reporting that government has filled many of the teacher vacancies leading into the new school year on Monday. In a press briefing on Thursday, the minister reported that 248 resignations have been received from educators across the sector, but she says principals are utilizing various approved methods to fill the positions.
For example, Region 2, which would be St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary, they have reported that 80% of the schools reported that they have replaced teachers who have resigned.
She adds that one corporate area school, which lost 16 teachers, has replaced all but one. In August, the education minister announced that government would be looking to fill the teacher vacancies through a number of avenues. That includes recruiting from the 964 trained specialized teachers that have graduated this year, with 121 of them who were on the Ministry of Education's Special Scholarship Program already tapped to join the public school system this month. Going forward, Minister Williams says work is underway to launch a platform where those looking to join the teaching profession can upload their resumes.
It will allow greater efficiency in terms of connecting schools to teachers, getting those interviews done, and so on. And we hope to have this facility on into the future.
Meanwhile, the education minister says the previously announced transport subsidies for students on the Program of Advancement through Health and Education PATH will be made available. Approximately $380 million has been budgeted through the ministry's Rural Transportation Program to provide the transport subsidies to 7,500 students. It's a collaborative effort between the Ministries of Education and Youth and Transport and Mining.
This is organized at the school level. Our principals know the PATH students in their schools and their transportation needs.
Minister Williams is encouraging parents, students, and educators to be cautious on the roads when the new school year begins on September 5th. The first set of vaccines to treat the monkeypox disease is expected to arrive in Jamaica this month. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, made the announcement on Wednesday at the open house and exhibition ceremony for the rehabilitation of public health facilities in St. Catherine. He says that, as was done with COVID-19, a priority group will be targeted for the first distribution of monkeypox vaccines. This comes as the island has recorded its fifth case of the disease just before the beginning of the 2022-2023 school year. Dr. Tufton is calling on parents to be vigilant, but assures that government is taking the relevant steps to protect children. He says the same health and safety protocols that have been in place to manage the spread of the COVID-19 virus within schools will also be maintained throughout the new academic year. These include abiding by social distancing protocols, wearing masks, frequent hand washing, and designated areas for sanitization on school grounds. $200 million has been seeded into the National Irish Potato and Onion Program to increase the hectares under production and improve crop yields. $150 million is allocated for the Irish Potato Program, while $50 million will be invested in onion production for the next planting season. Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Pernell Charles Jr., says the ministry is targeting 15,000 hectares of lands for Irish potato cultivation.
The areas to be targeted include Guys Hill, of course, and the Manchester Belt, along with the Upper Westmoreland, Darlington area, and Mavis Bank in St. Andrew. And we're going to continue to strengthen all of the farmers who have made their commitment and investment in this potato and onion program.
Minister Charles Jr. was speaking at the launch of the National Irish Potato and Onion Program at the Guys Hill Community Centre on Wednesday. He says the goal is to increase onion production by 50%. New variety of seeds will be introduced for both crops, including the Bamba, Memphis, and Primabel for potatoes, and the Texas Early Grano and Mercedes for onions. Farmers are to get access to the seeds by mid-October. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has commissioned a fact-finding team to investigate the working conditions of Jamaican farm workers in Canada. Portfolio Minister Carl Samuda says that although the farm work program has improved significantly over the decades, there is room for continuous improvement. In a media release yesterday, the Labour Ministry also reported that Canadian High Commissioner to Jamaica, Her Excellency Amina Tudakovic, has indicated her government's support for the move. During a courtesy call with Minister Samuda on Thursday, the High Commissioner said the Jamaican workers in Canada had maintained a solid reputation as good workers, and her government shared Jamaica's concern for their safety and security. She added that the Canadian government would support tactical solutions identified by the task force to improve conditions wherever necessary. In the meantime, Minister Samuda says the ministry's liaison service has been tasked with redoubling its efforts at ensuring workers have easy access to existing mechanisms for confidentially reporting issues of poor working conditions and other concerns. The ministry is inviting farm workers, advocate groups, and members of the public to report known incidences of mistreatment, poor working conditions, and other concerns. These reports can be made to the liaison service via its toll-free line 1-888-898-3951 or via email at jamlisa@belnet.ca. Reports may also be made confidentially to the Canadian Authority's Integrity Services branch online. And finally, 20 communities across the island are earmarked for social and economic development under Project STAR. The new initiative is led by the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, in partnership with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF. Salt Spring in St. James was recently chosen as one of the 8 communities in the Western region to benefit from the $2 billion project, which will run for 5 years. The intervention will include programs catering to employment, entrepreneurship, financial inclusion, and strategic investments for residents. Stakeholders will also work with communities to decide strategies for social programs required for children. Representing the Commission of Police, Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay says the project aligns with the JCF's community strategies and the force welcomes the collaboration.
You're not bringing something to Salt Spring and say, we are bringing this. They are taking along the community with us. As we develop the program, we are getting their consensus. So at the end of the day, even when all the other persons have left, the people and the project and all the possibilities and solutions will still be a part of this community, and we will be replicating it right across other communities in Jamaica.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.